All right, so next up we have another trailer from a game called Gone Viral. Then Justin will be playing through a bit of it.
Word.
Oh, what's this? Licky fan gift. This is a fake gift. It's a lie. You just spawned a boss in the middle of this room?
Yeah, let's go for it. Ball pit. There's rubber duckies now dropping. Who voted for this?
Viewer event incoming.
Okay, bomb sticky mess rush multiplication. Okay.
Oh. Oh, what is happening? Didn't that hurt? Oh no. No, I didn't want to take that. I didn't want to pick that up.
Woo! What's up, baby? Woo!
And we're back. That was Gone Viral, which looks utterly fantastic, and we are really excited to have Jeremy from Akapura Games on the line to talk to us about it while Justin plays through. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going?
What's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
I've been sitting around watching all sorts of cool indie games for like the last hour or so. This is you guys are doing great with this.
What are you really looking forward to?
I have to say, Grime looks really good to me. Like, I just love the art style. I like that sort of like impactful combat. I thought that was pretty rad. The all in all, though, I mean, just you haven't really had a dud on the show. You know, it's just been great stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, Grime was actually one of Justin's
Yeah,
favorites as well.
Grime looks dope. I like that whole idea of sucking in the different enemies and stuff and chain. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, but
I think this may say something personal about you, but
yeah, maybe. I know, right? Like I'm extra grimy though. I'm not gonna even front. But Gone Viral has been kind of on our radar for quite a minute. Quite a bit. What were your influences behind it? I mentioned Running Man and Smash TV. Like
absolutely, and also those things are also these like 80 game show kind of games. The youngsters in the audience may not even remember Smash TV.
Yeah.
But it's like, what would that feel like in kind of the modern streamer era? Has been our take on it. Because this is a game that we built where you've been captured and you're a gladiator and you're being streamed out to the masses. You have to like get fans like Hunger Games style. And the more you can pull off cool physics combo, knock enemies into each other, use traps. It gets the fans geeked up, and they start like airdropping you mutations. They start sending you events to mess with you, all that kind of thing.
I really like the concept of being forced to go viral in this arena. It's kind of pretty crazy thinking about things go viral on Twitter and TikTok all the time, but then kind of putting people in an arena and making a game out of that. Really interesting concept there. How did you come up with that?
Well, we just love roguelikes. There have been so many good ones. Hades recently, of course, but also, going back to Binding Isaac, the Nuclear Throne. We love the random generated dungeons. We love the games where you need to advance by learning stuff out and have crazy combos and synergies. And it felt like a natural fit for that. Especially, we as a team have watched thousands of hours of people playing roguelikes online, and so it's very natural to us to be like, skilled players getting fans to get donations and cool stuff. We even did a What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say after you finish your question, you got to tell me like some combos and stuff to do. Walk me through this a little bit.
Well, what you want to do in general is your sword is great for knocking guys into traps and stuff. If you can knock an enemy into an enemy, that's going to do about triple damage. It damages him, it damages the enemy you knock him into. Also, and you're nearing death, which is a key part of the roguelike experience. So you're about one hit. So look for little hearts in the ground; they'll help you out. So knock dudes into dudes. Everything has physics. So if you hit the little spike balls with your sword, they'll go flying. If you hit guys, combat's as much about positioning as anything else. Where if you can pull a guy into a trap, that's way more damage than just hit him with your sword or whatever.
Okay,
that's always going to be your goal. We make it very quick to get back in to go do the next thing. Every time you play, things randomize. Your fans have different personalities. They'll send you different stuff. You get different mutations. The real goal is that everything adds up for very different runs each time you play. You start off and the fans give you a new gift. Maybe this time you have giant arms. Maybe this time you've shrunk. Maybe this time they're sending you a ball pit event where the entire room's filled with beach balls and duckies. The goal is really to have a lot of things change up run to run to run.
That's really awesome.
So
This is like a really interesting take on roguelites.
And we like the physics combat a lot. Like every time you find these little mutations, you'll pick stuff up. Now you can shoot bullets through people. Every time you hit an enemy, now spikes will grow out of them. So now knocking guys in the guys does even more damage. We wanted to sort of feel like you are having a unique experience each time. Where this time I have a rocket launcher and I'm just wrecking face with orbiting multi-shot rockets flying everywhere. This time I'm using my sword and making that more powerful, and it's all about smacking guys. Our goal really is to make sure that you are having a neat experience every time.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Oh man, doing feel is like critical as a dev.
Yeah.
Like you really end up in a lot of time when you're trying to make that work. One of the trickier things we did is, a lot of these roguelikes, Isaac does a fantastic job of your tiers changing over time. We made it so that all the different mutations affect how you wallop enemies. If you get multi-shot, you break enemies up into 3, and you can use them to damage more people. If you get orbit, then all the guys you wallop stop orbiting around, and now they give you, the crowd gets more excited. Ooh, a boss, no pressure. Yeah.
I love how at the end of each run there's like a fame-o-meter.
Yeah, we try to have some rewards because death is a common thing in roguelikes. We reward you for that. Some fans will actually, each of your fans have personalities. If you have sadistic fans, this model's kind of real-world Twitch chat. They always vote for stuff that might kill you. They're always rooting for like the enemies to beat you up, and they actually reward you more for dying than they do for winning because they're excited when you die. They're like, "Oh yes, we love the streamers who die. Here, we're going to give you an extra bonus."
Yeah.
Now, we also do, if people stream, we do also have a Twitch integration hooked up as well. Not for this stream, but with others, you can set it up so that you can actually vote along with the audience on what rewards comes in. You can vote along to send different events and that kind of stuff to you.
And you can check it out on Steam.
Exactly. Oh, look, there we are. There's Animated Break, looking all sexy and stuff, too, in our stream.
Sorry. There we go.
We just hit early access like a week or two ago, and I'm not sure we have slept since then. It's been very exciting. A lot of streams going on. We as devs will often pop in if we see someone streaming. We made the game to be a fun single-player game, but if you stream, there's extra stuff for you. But since we're making fun of streamer culture, we wanted to make sure we do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is not in early access that we can expect in the full release? And when is the full release, by the way? Do you have a date for that yet?
We're aiming for about a year from now. But really, it's ready when it's ready. We're doing some pretty big updates. We've already updated, I think, twice since early access, just even 2 weeks ago. And then beyond that, we have, we call them major updates. They come out, we're aiming for one, I don't like promising dates, but like in a couple of weeks, we're aiming to have it out with a brand new class. Unlocking some new content, new mutations going in. Over our open beta, we actually really try to make sure we're getting in updates every week, every couple of weeks. We're sort of the little dev team that could. There's 3 of us on the primary team, but we just crank out, adding in new stuff and listening to feedback, getting on our Discord, all that kind of thing.
Wow, just for you.
You're handling this boss like a pro, I gotta say.
I'm a G at these type of games. I'm telling you this now. I love arcade games. I love Twitch action games. This game is like right up my alley.
I was a bit worried when the title came up for the boss, but I don't think I need it to be. Yeah, Justin's got this.
Look at that. There's some smooth moves happening everywhere there. One of the other fun things you can do as well is for either while streaming or if you just like the look of your own face, you can actually take your webcam and set it to broadcast where the announcer screens are and stuff in the game, so you can be your own announcer. It's highly amusing. We even give you extra bonus points if you shatter your own face in a monitor on the wall.
That's really cool. How's the response been so far?
Response has been great. We're 100% or darn close to it. Positive reviews, which has been fantastic. Our Discord is buzzing along. So we've been enjoying it. Our goal now is really just build. Get people in early access for 2 reasons. A, it helps us out as indie devs, but also, it's all feedback. It's all making sure that we're listening to what's going on, rolling analytics, making sure the game gets better and better over time. And we enjoy that. It's a fun process. It's really a lot of fun watching people play, learning from what they do, and also in these kind of combinatorial games where things really add up by the end of a run. we see new stuff all the time, and we've been working on it for a couple, 3 years, and yet we see new combinations happen in the game because you got this thing, and it adds up with that, and now, oh my God, you are spawning out so many bombs, you're blowing yourself into low Earth orbit in the final room, and neat stuff happens with that.
Yeah, so you've mentioned that you're very inspired by Twitch culture. I'd love to know, any of your gamers, how have they contributed? Have they given you any ideas for enemies you could add or?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Our Discord is buzzing. We do a workshop where we'll basically post a question like, hey, well, we're thinking about X, Y, or Z boss, or what would you like to see in the next round of mutations, or where do you feel like if we're going to devote an extra 2 weeks on something, what do you feel like, should we do combat polish, or should we do, adding in new content, or where would you want to see it? And that's been a really great experience. The other thing, because as devs, if we see someone streaming, we'll often pop in. We can drop in gifts. We can drop in weapons and mutations that we've been working on that are in development, so we can have people try them out, test them out. We can drop nuclear bombs on them. We can mess with a lot of stuff with that when we see folks streaming. And so even amateur streamers, even if you stream to your cat and nobody else, it's handy. If we see a stream, let us know in our Discord. We'll generally pop in, send you some goodies, maybe try to kill you a little bit. But it's nice watching that live. It's exciting, and it's so cool. And other people actually see the stuff we've been working on in quiet for so long. Yeah. But as a dev, it's a great era where you can actually sort of interact live with folks as they're doing it, and it's a heck of a lot better than wait for the 3 survey monkey things to come back, and God knows what it means when you can just see, oh no, look, this UI element just isn't working, or oh man, people really seem to get this real fast. Very helpful as a dev.
You guys definitely have experience with this for sure.
We all came out of a AAA as a rule, so
nice.
We have AAA experience, but now we're in this sort of, our last team was 350 people, this one is 3. So, small change.
What team, what games did you guys work on?
All of us worked on WildStar, actually. The MMO that came out a couple 3 years ago, but Doug came out of Blizzard before that. Andrew, our artist, was one of the artists on Overwatch. He's in the John Romero studio, I did a ton of stuff back in the day because I'm ancient. I did City Heroes, Guild Wars, bunch of different stuff.
Super vet.
Oh God, I'm ancient. And I feel it too, man. It was so much easier to crunch back when I was 21 than it is when you're at 40 something. Get gray hair on the regular now too. It's what the devil do to you.
Nice.
It's fun stuff.
I think you should walk into the rollers.
I think I should walk into the rollers too.
That's where we're environmentally conscious, like the last game is. That's a recycler, so anything you knock in there, creatures up and spit out coins for you. So you can cash down. Yes, exactly.
How do I get to this thing? Can I get to that chest?
If you have a bomb, which my little video app thing is covering up. Yeah, bombs will blow up rocks. And now take your sword and swing that chest in there. It opens up the chest for you. Grinds it up and spits out all the stuff in it.
That's cool.
We like that. It's called meta in these sorts of games. They're the clever tricks you figure out over time. We're oh, here's a spiked chest. It damages me to open it up. Well, now I learn, I can hit an enemy into it. Now it'll open up for me.
Nice.
Because you can kind of move around everything in the game, we play with that a ton in terms of making that physics interact. Right now, in my other window, I'm working on a pachinko room where the room tilts up on an angle, and then all the stuff starts rolling down, and you got to bat it around while it's on an angle. It's very funky. It's amusing. One of the great things about this era of engines we work on Unreal is that you can kind of leap into doing all the fun stuff instead of I'm making my renderer for the 50th time, and I'm working on a file system, or no, you get to skip all the boring stuff and just add things to the game, add content and all that. That's the fun part of game development. So, folks thinking of getting into game development, it's a great era for it, man. The fact that engines get so much of the work done means it doesn't mean it's easy, but it does accelerate the fun stuff. Well, some people like prior writing renderers and stuff, but
Yeah.
But that ain't me. I like making monsters blow up and dropping nukes on things.
Yeah. The discoverability of, mastering a skill in this just seems like it'd be, again, up my alley.
Yeah, and we unlock a lot of stuff as you go. You unlock different classes, you unlock different weapons, you unlock new events that pop up. The way that we did the sort of difficulty scaling is once you beat the game on, this is the sane mode, things start unlocking different insanity levels. Now all of a sudden the game starts moving twice as fast. You know, everything, you get faster, the enemies get faster. So it's not punitive. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, we're going to slow you down, or oh, hey, everything's going to move faster, but now you're not. It's like, no, we're accelerating the pace of everything so that it requires more skill to play. It's not just arbitrarily harder, you know, oh, here, start me off wounded and all that kind of stuff. We try to make it fun to advance you. You know, you feel like you've earned something as you're unlocking stuff.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
So with
We
any
have
of your
these little
gamers,
teleporters too, so you can move around. What's that?
with any of your players, what is the longest run you've seen so far? Like,
Well, we
how
run
long has
out.
someone survived?
We've had people have beat the end boss, and we have, out of rolling our analytics, we have about 3 people who have unlocked the final insanity level and been able to beat it on the second character, which is like a kind of hard mode character. And that's out of, you know, thousands of people who have played. And so a lot of folks are still working through that. Analytics are awesome because even folks who play like just once a month or something, we're getting value out of their play sessions because we find out, oh, this creature's too hard, or too many people die here. In fact, we have a blatant bribery system set up where every time we do a big update, like when we do the next update, we're unlocking a new class, we give a unique cosmetic to anyone who plays on that new update. So if you're in early access now and you play this month, you get a cosmetic unlock that no one in the future is going to be able to get. You get a Founder's Crown where you can now modify your character and look cooler. And every time we do a big update, we do another one of those. And the reason why is really simple. It is blatant bribery to be like, hey, come on in, play a little bit. You're feeding our analytics, you're helping make our game better. You bought into early access, and now, by God, that helps us. So we're going to give you some cool goodies to unlock as you go, to bribe you into coming back and keeping on checking stuff out month to month.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing the game with us. It's great. Gone viral. I'm definitely going to be playing it. You can wish list it now. Oh wait, it's wish listed now.
Yeah, we're early access.
Early access.
Oh.
Okay, nice. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's new to us too. Like it's been in early access now for like a week and a half or something.
What platforms are you on again?
We are on PC, and we're looking at actually hitting the consoles as well. So we're starting to experiment around. We're doing some porting, getting on the Switch, maybe all that kind of stuff. Because it's fun. You can play controller or mouse and keyboard, and we put a lot of work in. So making sure the console play will be fun as well.
Fantastic.
Hey, you guys totally rock, by the way. Really fun show. Really been enjoying watching you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah, the game is dope, man. So yeah.
Hey, appreciate it much.
All right.